G'day, g'day. Hope you guys all having a good one. Uh, sorry, hold on a minute. Yeah, I've been on soon for a minute. I was just quickly doing something. But yeah, hope you guys all having a good one. I'm just gonna quickly turn down the music. I got some interesting stuff to talk about potentially. Otherwise, I'm gonna be doing some work, just touching up some more explosion stuff. I've been busy for pretty much all of today. Pretty much all of today. So I haven't had really any time to do this, so I was kind of wanting to get this done by today, but it is what it is. So just get a bit done. Might play some games, but mostly I just want to chat and chill. So just quickly slip over. So we've got some stuff coming out soon. Some stuff that I've had my eye on for a while. Some stuff that we've only just learnt. So for those of you who do not know and so forth. Hold on, it's coming. So I created some videos and stuff a little bit ago about Kingdom Come Deliverance and how I think it's a really cool game and I recommend people playing it, but it is like a bit of a tricky game and stuff like that. Anyway, there's Kingdom Come Deliverance. No, it's not here. That's weird. Long story short though, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 coming out 2024. There was a video which I'm gonna find. Hold on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. We're locating it. Dude, okay, hold on a minute. This is annoying. I searched up Kingdom Come Deliverance in none of the videos. Oh, here we go. It wasn't there when I was fucking... Is that right? No, this isn't even it! Hold on. We're working on it. We're working on it. For crying out loud. For crying out loud! Where's it posted? Oh, it's a live... No, what? Why is it here? Why is it so far? This isn't even it. Oh, hold on. Oh, I feel scammed now. Here it is. Why does it not even come up when you search it up? And that's quite a lot of views as well, so it's not like it was some, like, small thing. Anyway, there's the old, gameplay reveal. If anybody's interested, I highly recommend watching it, because this is actually really cool. I was watching this morning. But really cool. I'm really excited. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm just hoping that they make it a bit more accessible because, I mean, it looks really, really cool. But the first game wasn't as accessible, unfortunately, as I was kind of wanting. Not accessible... Sorry, what? When I say not accessible, I don't necessarily mean, like, it was hard to get your hands on it, but more in the sense of, also the graphics look crazy, but, in the sense of, it's hard for somebody to pick it up, right? Like, I would say if there was, like, one big issue with Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 that I, had when I played for my short amount of time, it would definitely have been... There's a lot that goes against, what, like, getting you as a player to play. Like, it's a bit clunky, a lot of the controls. Now, a lot of people say, oh, no, but the controls are good and it's very fitting. Yes, but if you have to play for, like, 30 hours to get a hang of the controls, is that necessarily good design? Who wants to go play, 10, 20 hours just to get, a slight understanding of the controls? I don't know. I understand the realism, but there should definitely, here's the thing, you should definitely have a switch, like a realism control and like a more, you know, user-friendly control. Because it's just going to overall be a bit more, I get the understanding of how some people are like, oh, you know, but we want a really realistic game. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a realistic game, but anybody that wants to play a game for more casual reasons, you've just lost every single one who wants to play that. So, I'm not really shitting on the game or anything. I'm just saying that that's a pretty big factor. Really. Same with like Star Citizen, a big factor. I mean, yeah, you got the issue of like shit is just taking forever, but it is like a really hard game to get into because there's just so much to it. And a couple other games. There's plenty of games like this. This isn't the only one that suffers from that issue. Same with the save system. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, the way to save, you have to drink, you know, save schnapps or whatever they're called. It's basically a consumable item that you have to buy in order to save the game. Now, yes, you can save when you exit and stuff like that without this, but if you want to save at any point, you have to drink a consumable item, which you have to buy. Not with real money, of course. Not with real money. In-game money, right? I don't like, you know, the fact that I need a fucking consumable to save the fucking game. I don't like that. Now, some people say, yeah, but it's to stop, you know, people from save scumming. Who cares? If people want to save scum, they can. I don't see why you have to stop people from, you know, being able to do something. It's the way that they want to play. And if they want to lose the factor of, I guess, consequences and stuff, then that's on them. But I don't think you should just completely scrap those people that are interested in that. So what I hope is they're a bit more inclusive in some of their accessibility options and just making it a bit easier, because not everybody wants to be having to deal with that, you know. I think that's a pretty big thing. So I'm really looking forward to it. I will probably most definitely pre-order this one. I don't pre-order too many games, but this one I'll pre-order. Or maybe there's no pre-order item and it's just buy when it releases, but I'll get it pretty much ASAP. Unless there's some real reason, because I know that I'll be interested in this one, but yeah. I do not. I've pre-ordered, I think, 4 games in total, ever. And that's out of, like, 1,000 games. What do you mean? I've pre-ordered 4 or 5 games. No more than that. I pre-ordered Cyberpunk. I pre-ordered Battlefront 2042. No, Battlefield 2042, sorry. I pre-ordered Star Citizen. And I don't know what else I pre-ordered, if anything else. Cyberpunk? That might actually be the only ones. No. I think that actually might be the only ones that I pre-ordered. So 3. Oh, no. And Gigantic. I take that back. Gigantic. So that makes 4. Right? Yeah, I think those are the only ones that I can think of. Yeah. That I pre-ordered. So only 4 games, so no. It may seem like a lot, but it's only because it's like, you know, those ones I usually pre-order and I'm waiting for quite a while. But only 4 out of like 1,000 and over 1,000. And another game that I'm looking forward to, and I've been wanting this game for a long time, is Manor Lords, which you guys may have heard of. I played the demo of this like 2 years ago, or a year or 2 ago. I'm not too sure. It could have been last year. Either way, it was a year or 2 ago. I can't quite remember. Besides the point, I played the demo a while ago. They might have had demos not that long ago. I don't know. But at least I didn't play it last demo or the demo when, the demo things, the Steam demos that happen every couple months. I didn't play last two at least, and I probably haven't done it for a year or two. But I'm not too sure if that was available. But yeah, Manor Lords. This one's a really cool looking game. I've known about this for a while. I played the demo. The demo was a little bit scuffed. It wasn't entirely for me, but I think there's been a lot that has changed. So it's looking a bit more enticing. And a lot more user-friendly. When I played it before, it was a bit stressful. But I'm looking at some of the changes they've made, and it's been seeming to be a little bit more chill. So it's basically a city builder. But it's like very realistic. So you have so you build things, and you've got like citizens, and you've got these like they're called like families, right? So your family looks after, for example, the hunting and stuff like that. And it's all like you guys have ever played like Red Dead? It's like that in the sense of everybody has their job, and that is just like real-time job simulator. Like you literally see everybody and they're doing their job. You know, they cut down the tree, then the guy comes up and picks up the tree, and he's they're towing the tree into the storage, and then it's the whole thing, the whole deal. So it's really cool. If you like city building stuff, this is a really cool game. They have done some stuff to the fighting mechanics, and apparently that's really good. Like, not like fully Total War, but it is pretty close to Total War from what I've seen. There's a lot of videos and stuff out there. I do remember you, player. Albeit it's been a minute. Not a year ago. It hasn't been a year. It has been a bit, but more closer to a couple months. So hope you're doing well though. So this releases in about a week. I didn't mention, but the Kingdom Come Deliverance was that releases this year, but I'm not too sure when. And I would assume it would be very late. Like, we're talking maybe October, November, December, I'd probably assume. But this one, 7 days. Really excited for this. I think this will be really cool. What else? There's a couple other ones. There's one that released today, No Rest for the Wicked, I believe it's called. No Rest for the Wicked. I didn't purchase this. I was talking about this, I think, last stream, that I was thinking about it, or maybe, I don't know if I was talking about it last stream. I'd been considering purchasing this one. I probably won't, or not for a long time, for a couple reasons. But, it's not exactly what I really anticipated. Just looking at these, you got all these. Okay, they've since added Souls-like onto it. It's effectively a Souls-like to an extent. This wasn't here when I last checked, which was fucking, I think, yesterday. I was going through all these comments and stuff, and a bunch of people mentioned Souls-like, and I'm like, oh, fuck, is it really? Because it wasn't there before. I feel a little bit scammed. It was a hack and slash kind of game, I originally thought. And it was named hack and slash, but I don't know if it is anymore. There we go, hack and slash. Which is a little bit different. Or I think generally I'd classify hack and slash a little bit differently. But, I mean, the game's pretty interesting. Apparently it doesn't run that great, though. And yeah, Dark Souls with Diablo camera and cool visuals of, Ori. So, I don't know. It seems interesting, but there just seems to be a lot of... I don't like a lot of those things. Like, I'm not opposed to Souls-likes. I have played a good couple of Souls-likes. I think a lot of them, for me personally, are very hit or miss. Like, it's either I fuck with it or I don't fuck with it. Yeah. So, there's a bit of that. I don't know how I feel about it. There's a couple other ones that I'm pretty sure coming out fairly soon. Let's look through by release date. There's a lot of games that I have coming this year that I'm interested in, but let's see if there's any interesting stuff. Because I believe there's another thing coming out this month, or at least Q2. I mean, not Homeworld 3 is, but I'm not the most interested. A lot of stuff I add because it's just like, it piques my interest. But not necessarily do I think it's going to be necessarily great. The issue with this is this just isn't in order, unfortunately. I'm really looking forward to Tiny Glade. For anybody that's played Townscaper, it seems pretty similar. So, hyped. Ghost of Tsushima, I'm interested in purchasing. $105 is a bit much for what I want to spend on it. Maybe 80 max. So, unless I can find a good deal or it goes on sale, I probably won't be. And I really want to get it because it's like one of the very few good samurai games. So, and I like that premise. So, oh, what else? Hellblade's coming soon. Hellblade is interesting to me, but I don't know if I would like it. I played the first game, but not completely. Unfortunately, it's quite a sweaty game. I really like the premise and everything about it, outside of one little fact, and that fact is if you die too many times, you have to restart the game. That is like Souls-like to the extreme, because you have to restart the whole fucking game. I do not like that premise, because the thought of losing all my progress is not worth playing. Even if it's like a 5-hour game, which I don't know how long it is, but I just don't want to go through all that shit. So, unless there's a mod or something, you probably won't see me. But those games are insane, like the quality of them. Oh man, I'm a bit tired though. I've been tired for quite a while. Honestly, this whole fucking week. I haven't been able to get that much sleep because I'm just in a constant case of just... I just want to get shit done, you know what I mean? But then on the other side, it's like, oh, but it's a fucking holiday. I want to have a break, and I just don't end up getting shit done, and I end up being tired, and I waste my fucking time. I think we've seen everything that's coming. I don't know, some interesting stuff. I also finished the manga that I was reading, Solo Leveling. That was really good. I didn't really like the ending of it, though. But, there's still some extra short stories, so I'll probably read through them. But I really didn't really like the ending. Spoilers so if anybody's interested, skip. You know, maybe 5 minutes or so. But, long story short, basically, you know, it's a guy, he almost dies, he's like a really weak guy and then becomes incredibly powerful and everybody relies on him. But yeah, that's long story short, very short. But yeah, I don't really like the ending because the ending kind of like, you know, there's a massive calamity that could kill off the whole world, and the protagonist, Sung Jin-woo, you know, has to save everybody. But it's just basically he dies and then he respawns, and there's a bit of confusing stuff in that, and then, you know, he saves the world and some weird confusing stuff, and then he's just like, you know, you're just like, hey, he's finally done, and we can, you know, see all of his friends, and you know, we're back to square one, and then he's just like, nah, how about we drink this, you know, special potion that sets us back 10 years time, and I'm going to kill the people before they become an issue, and everybody's happy and back to where we were a bit without this. And it's just a bit shit. I don't like the ending. like, you don't see the accomplishment, you don't get to really see um all of his friends again, really. uh I'm not going to say them because I can't remember their names. um but yeah, I don't know, it just feels a bit poo to me. I don't necessarily think the ending's bad or anything, it's just, yeah, he saves everybody and everything's perfect. But like all these relationships that he's built up throughout the whole series and all the, it just feels very inconclusive, I guess, to me. Um, he's got this girl that he's really interested in. Nothing happens with it, and if you read the forums, you can sort of see. So I'm guessing something happens when the slow leveling Ragnarok happens, but I can't be able to reading a light novel because I got way too much shit that I'm reading right now. I think I talked about it on stream yesterday about my thoughts on it. What about his vice guild president? Like, he's just, that's all, like, that was so inconclusive. Like, just everything is just so inconclusive. And then after all this, nothing is concluded because he effectively, no, he knows everybody, but nobody knows him. And it's just like, shit. Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, the fact that nobody, well, I don't, from like a narrative point of view, the idea of nobody real, he's kind of like one of those guys, those situations where it's like, guy saves the world without nobody knowing that the world was saved. And there's, I mean, it's hit or miss whether that is, but it's just like you get through the whole thing and it's kind of just a bit weird. And so everybody knew that he saved him, and everybody was so thankful, and then he goes and scraps all that, and it's just like, nah, nobody knows that this even happened, and nothing really, it's just really weird. And it's just like, all these relationships of all the characters have just been scrapped. And so it's not even a case of nobody knows that he's just saved the world, it's a case of nobody fucking knows, like, him. And it's not necessarily mean, I don't mean that also in the sense of, the whole world. I more mean that in the sense of none of his friends know him. Like, he's effectively nobody outside of his family. So he's lost pretty much everything. And the only thing that he's really gained is his father back, which is fair enough, right? But his father was kind of just done after all that, so it wasn't a case of like, oh, I'm doing this all for my dad either. No, his dad was done. It's a bit of a long story, and there's like 200 chapters or 170 something chapters, so it's kind of like, if something sounds a little bit weird what I'm saying, it's probably you're missing a lot of context here, but I'm trying to make it's at least understandable with as little context as possible. So I don't know. I enjoyed it, but I definitely felt a whole lot better with shit before I ended. Really, I don't know. I liked it, but I think it's just too inconclusive. I think there could have been a lot better ending. That's me. Maybe some people disagree. But yeah, it just feels very inconclusive. So there's a couple extra chapters to read of short stories and stuff, so I'm hoping they go over some relationships, but I don't know how they're gonna tie in like all these friendships and people. Like, for example, there's characters like his vice guild master, like they had such a cool relationship. And he did so much, they did like a lot for each other, especially the protagonist, where he saved his dad effectively. He saved him so many times, and even from like S rank hunters, it was just crazy, and they had such a good relationship. Now why would he even want to be his friend? There's like they don't know each other. It's just so it'd be so random. Like how do you reincorporate this and how does I don't know. It's like if they all at least knew, I guess him and like their friendship ties, yeah, but how else are you gonna bring it back? Like all these guys wanting to be your friend all of a sudden for no reason. I mean, that's not gonna happen. And you can't just walk up to people and go, "Hello, want to be my friend? We used to be friends back before I reset the universe." I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit of a sticky situation. So, and he's like a middle schooler again, which is a bit weird. So, I don't know. I think that the easiest way to put it is it ends before it starts. Like the ending where it ends is before it even starts. Like where the start of the show, the manga, right, is it's already that doesn't even exist. We're in the ending. So I'm just gonna do some quick stuff to this explosion. See a way to. Sorry, I just want to. There's a lot that I need to change about this. I've just been kind of not really doing anything. Let me see if I can find this. So first off, I'm just going to make this a whole lot shorter of a change. I'm also going to make it go a whole lot less. Hold on. Let me make this half the size once again. So I'm going to go a lot shorter, half the size. We're going to hold it for a little bit. And then we're going to get rid of it. Hold on, we're just going to look at what this looks like. Okay, I'm liking it. And now I'm just going to completely get rid of one part of it. So here it opens. I'm gonna get that cut off. I'm gonna have it dissipate. And then, sorry, I just got some stuff on the side. The effects, explosion. So there's two things I need to do. We got the light. Intensity, I think. And I want the explosion like itself's alpha. Which will be maybe the opacity we could do. I don't know what this is going to be, so I'm just going to do that. Here we go. So we go. Where's this point light? Okay, here we go. We're gonna go 50. We're gonna go set this to be this light to be 0. And then here we're gonna set it to be 50. So there's a light that expands, you can say. And then we're going to set the light to decrease. So here we see the light. We're going to turn off the light. And we also want the... Sorry, I'm struggling to see. The opacity, is it? What is this even doing? Sorry. And then, what's the opacity? I know it's the material opacity. Okay. That's useless. Not the opacity itself, but the what it's doing. I just need to figure out a way to hide the explosion, really. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on stream or not. Let me... Oh, don't tell me. Who? Did I lose all of it, or is it here and I'm just being filled? Hold on. We might have just pulled a Unity. Come on. We've pulled a Unity, I think. No, maybe not actually. We might be saved. We have been saved. We have not pulled a Unity. Oh, we just need to fix... What are we doing? Just got a couple of things going on that makes no sense. So, this sphere shouldn't be visible. Oh, I think I know what the issue is as well. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it. One thing that I might do is if I can find the VFX materials explosion. Oh. We run into a couple issues here. So even with an alpha of 0, additive? Maybe we want this? No, we don't want that, will we? Will this look any better? I mean, it's an improvement, but it's not it. The issue is it's not alpha. I don't know why it's coming back up again around the end, but that's a very small issue in itself. I need like the I know what the issue is. Can you say object visible with full alpha. That was AMAX update. Content warning. I saw you purchase that. But how do I do that? So I understand that you need to save to turn off preserve warning. Yeah. Preserve specular lighting. I understand that. How do you do that? On your own shader. Ah, here we go. So we can turn it off. Okay. Whew. I didn't see that before. This should be full alpha now. I was lied to. I was not lied to. I didn't save it. Save asset. I should not be lied to now. I actually found this out a little bit ago, actually. Hold on, I got a couple issues here. Wait, what? How's it changing? Whoa. Hold on. It was blue at first, now it's not blue. But it's not even alpha anymore. The alpha's like inverted. So then we turn on preserve. That's not looking good there. Did I... What happened? Oh, I forgot to save it. Hold on. I might have just, like... Something might have just fucked up. Okay, no, so it's working. So you need that on. My issue is in the way that Unity works. This is one of those things. I was talking to my mom about this. The one issue that I have with Unity is it can do a lot, but in the scheme of things, it is just so complicated while achieving nothing. Like, there's so much that you can do with it, but it is incredibly more, like, it's so complex while also having so many fucking issues. Something like why it's just painful going from something like Embergen or even Blender. I've made some shit in Blender, and it's just like there are so many buttons and like so many things. Like there's two particle systems. There's GPU particles, and there's like CPU particles. And the CPU particles, it has like so many things, and it's just like if you want to add a trail, you have to make a separate object to add a trail, and then it's like a whole nother separate thing. And if you want to add things, you have to make like 100 different fucking separate empty, like, or not empty, but like separate particle systems on the one when instead of having like there's a literal trail system in the CPU particles. Why can we not make a trail using the trail system already in it? You need to have a separate object with its own separate rules. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that is like, yes, you can do it like that, and yes, it works fine. It could have been done better, you know what I mean? And then GPU, it's just a bunch of node work that is just painful. Which I guess it would be more painful using Houdini, but it doesn't make it necessarily great task. So yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Because you got that fix. Opacity should make something invisible. In theory. And the only way to do it, once again, is to turn off that shadows. I've found that out as well while trying to get my friend. He was trying to do like a magic circle spawning, and he was having the same issue. But turning off the preserve, that was a fix to it. But I can't do that because it just breaks everything. It's just one of those things of how do you get it to be invisible. You can turn off the object like visibility in general, but once again you're going to run into a completely different situation of this. If I go, for example, I can go like this, for example. Whatever this is, I don't need that there. So for example, I can go like this, but this is going to look a little bit shoddy, I believe. Oh, that's actually not bad, so I might keep it up, keep that. This is a really bad way of doing it, and it's if you the more you look into it, the worse it looks, okay? But from a base level, it doesn't look terrible. It's just if you look into it, you're going to see. So the issue is, what I'm doing is I'm effectively hiding the object. So as soon as, like, the Fresnel is gone, like the vibrant Fresnel, which would just make it look like that boring, transparent object, kind of like a glass, I hide the object. So what you're going to see is it looks like it just disappears, but if you look, you're going to see the Fresnel, and you're going to see the Fresnel slowly dissipate, but you're still going to see the object, and then it just pops out, which I'll show. So if you're looking at it and you're not entirely sure what's going on, where's my textures gone? Anyway, you're going to see it. It just... What are those? Hold on. Those particles go a bit crazy. I need to fix that particle simulation because that's a little bit crazy. Might be a little bit too crazy. I might tone that down. If I can think what that would be. Anyway, that's for the most part fine. The next issue I have is why the fuck the error is... Oh, that's why. Character. Let's just go to the error and apply the right material. That should be it. What? Arrow material. Why? Sorry. I think front's fine. Okay, sorry. I was just confused on what was going on there. And then... Have you played Content Warning yet, Amy? Or this is your first time? Parent trail material. Why? Why can I not... I mean, that's bugged. A material cannot be its own parent? I mean, it's fixed anyway, so it is what it is, but... The thing I might do is increase the size. I'm going to save this. You have to leave. It's just a lot of small things that I can understand, but it's just slightly annoying. Arrow, we're going to... Arrow static, and we're just going to increase the starts. So we're just going to go 1.5. Yeah, it's going to be a bit bigger than it should be, but also it's just visibility reasons. So yeah, that's not entirely realistic. Did that cause any issues? It's not actually terrible. My main reason for that is really just making it so it's visible. That's really it. It's not as realistic anymore. It's like the size of the fucking bow. I might decrease that a little bit, because although it's visible, I've done a couple things, so it's mostly fine, but that might be a bit much. You've already finished the thing? I thought the spook tube was at the end, was it not? There we go. What do you think? Yeah. So it looks somewhat fine there. It's still not great, but it's also... We're just trying to get it in the middle between being visible and realistic, which I think is probably fine. Oh, really? That was quick. Are you playing it solo? Can you play it solo? I didn't know that you could play it solo. I don't know, you might not be. What is this? 30 hours of Menelords? Oh yeah, I was watching that. You can play it solo. I did not know that. Because I got it, but I thought it was only co-op. Because it was marketed towards... What are these guys on about? It's not really a game that interests me, sorry. It's like, the old, something company game that doesn't really interest. I didn't buy it, it was free. It's a Landfall game. So Landfall games, they always release on April the 1st, and for 24 hours it's free, and then as soon as that 24 hours up, it's paid. But yeah. Which is a bit unfortunate, but yeah. So I don't know. I have a lot of their games, so that's kind of why I just get their games. There. Rest in peace, Tab. Yeah, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. I'm guessing you're talking about. They have a lot. I have a lot of their ones. Landfall games. Oh, this one's still free. I didn't know that this one was still free, but most of them are paid. Yeah, so Tabs, this was the GOAT back in the old days, like back in, I used to watch, what was his name? Australian guy. Laserbeam, that was the one. Back in the old days, before Fortnite even fucking existed, when he was actually a good YouTuber. I'm not saying, I don't know if he's good or bad now, but I lost all interest as soon as he got into Fortnite. Also, a lot of what happened with him and his channel kind of got fucked over because YouTubers now wants everyone to be incredibly family friendly, which his content was kind of like memey chill, which YouTube doesn't like. But yeah, you got Stick Fight, which I did end up paying for this one actually. This one, I don't own it. I have like 3 versions of this game. And apparently I don't have it on Steam, though. I think I've one on Epic. I have... Or I at least had the actual download to the game. Because it had a... There was an EXE. And then I also had the pre-release EXE. Which is like the old version of Tabs. Before it actually released. There's Tab G. Yeah, so as you can probably see here, this is released 2021. It released before. Battlegrounds was based on the original. Tab G was cool, but I didn't know that this was still free. Because you have to pay for the servers and everything, so I'm kind of surprised. This was good, but a bit crazy, and my computer couldn't run it. Clusterfuck, pretty good game. Some memes and stuff. So I have a chunk of them, but it's like yeah. Yeah, Nightfall. I never played Nightfall. It never really interested me, but it was pretty cool. That one was last year's one. April the 2nd, interesting. So some of them they're a little bit late with. I guess it's because, yeah, it's one of those things because it's April the 1st for us, or April the 2nd, but it's the 1st for them. But yeah, that's the story about Content Warning for me anyway. So doesn't really interest me too much. I picked it up. I might play it if it's solo, but in that co-op, you know, fun stuff, it's kind of lost me a little bit of those sorts of games. Unfortunately. What was I doing? I think I'm gonna leave this where it is, because... No, that's what I was going to do. I was doing something. Stylized sparks. I'm just going to tone down the sparks. The large sparks. So we have the sphere and a radius. This was following a tutorial, so I still need to figure out this. Get direction current, multiply vector by 0.1 to set velocity of 0.1. Then we got the sizing of fairly large. I'm fairly happy with the sizing. It's the... velocity. But how come this has a velocity of 12? Like, these are the same setups, but it's... So if I have a high velocity, and if we go velocity of, let's say, 5, don't know where I was getting 10 from, is this going to be slower or is this going to be faster? In my thoughts, it would be faster, but maybe not. That's actually not terrible. It is faster, though. Once again, I don't like it when it goes towards the camera. But why did I minimize it? Good question. Solar sparks. Maybe we want it faster again, like a 8 maybe, and we can go like 300, so smallen it. Set lifetime. And what's the lifetime of these, for example? There's quite the lifetime. Set this maybe 0.15. We just put in numbers and places and hoping that it works. Okay, freeze on me for a little bit. Work. I don't mind this actually. I think it's fine. The issue is, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think I just want to slightly touch up that explosion as well. If I can just go back into here, shoot arrow. I just want to muck around quickly with that for now. Explosion threshold. If I move that there, I think I'm just gonna like that a little bit better. Just setting the Fresnel dissipation, I guess, a little bit earlier. There you go. So you can sort of see it a bit better. But then once again, it's that more poppy-outy. The closer you look at it, the worse it is. But it's kind of fine. I just want it to look like the Fresnel is like dissipating. So it's small touch, but it is noticeable, if you know what I'm talking about. The Fresnel is that yellow section that you're seeing. Okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna refill my drink bottle, and we're gonna play a game. I'm pretty happy with where that is. I just need to have a starting. I need to have something that happens at the start. I'm pretty happy with that. And I don't know what I'm going to do for the start thing, but I'm probably just going to do whatever the teacher does. We've got a couple of weeks, 2 weeks on that one. But tomorrow I'm probably just going to watch a movie and start working on one of my things. One of my assessments, one of my essays. But I'm probably going to play some Gigantic maybe for a bit. I also, once again, only want to play till maybe like 9:30, so not too late. I want a bit of a sleep in tomorrow, which I'm not going to get because it's going to be the same story as why I'm waking up a bit early, but I think that's fine. Anyway, I'll be back. Let me just change the beer right back. I'll be like 2 minutes, just because the fucking things takes forever. The fridge. So we get water from the fridge because it's filtered there. Hold on, sorry. This might be more than 2 minutes. I'm still here though, at least. But I just got a lot of wires tank. Okay, we're good. I'll catch you in a minute. We back. Hold on. Oh, really? Guys, my headphones wireless. Let's go. I mean that in the worst way possible. It's currently unplugged. Alright, we're actually back now. I'll play some Barbantic. Gigantic. I just stopped playing. Content warning. Is it like, is content warning... I was under the assumption, but I could be wrong, because I haven't actually seen gameplay. I thought it was like a sort of like a... You do a couple weeks... Oh, you joined? Okay, sweet. I was under the assumption that it... But I could be wrong. You've got like a week or something, or a couple of days or something. A couple of times that you go in and attack. Not attack, you know, you go in, you record, and then you leave, and you record and you upload it to the SpookTube or whatever. And it's that, 3 days? Okay. That was a guesstimate. I didn't know if it was 3 days. You're all good. I'll buy you. Okay. Because I don't know if it's like, it would be pretty cool if it was like one of those you constantly go, but I don't know if it was like one of those one and done, or a consistent thing. End of each day you upload a video. Yeah. I've seen a little bit of that. Oh, man. That's sore. Let me know when you're good for voice chat. Just looking on Discord and the server to see if anybody else is running into the same issue, but there's one guy. That was a different thing. Some guy was running into the same one. Had enemies. I assumed they had a damage attacks. They were sewing area, so I was just standing at entrance. Then came back home. Yeah, fair. I don't know that people attacked you. Yeah, so at least there's one other guy. So I'm hoping, apparently all new, so it's kind of good that you uploaded it here, because apparently most stuff gets funneled into the Discord. There are a couple guys from the thing. I think there's like 5 guys from Arc Games, but somebody in one of the other ones mentioned something about they contacted support, and then support told them to create a post in the Discord server. So I think if support team's saying that, then chances are it's probably the best place to post in here. Oh. Ready? All good. Alright, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it is something that's not too bad and they fix it. But yeah. Hello? Say Venus? That didn't work.
Yes.
Alright, I might turn the in-game volume down a little bit.
Rip. Hey, let me bring the microphone a little closer. How's that?
Oh yeah, I might turn it back up again. Jeez, you're playing with the balance of the universe right now.
I'm literally playing with fire right now.
No, I'll invite you. Before I start the match, because else I'm going to be in trouble.
Yes.
Yes.
I love getting D rank.
D rank? Oh, getting D rank. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Getting D.
Hey!
I got a B grade. Okay.
Anyway.
Got bitches.
Can't relate.
Literally bitches.
I was just looking at the loadout store and the different things for Clash. Why is that I can't buy any of the VFX? Anyway, I can't. Huh?
The launch?
Oh yeah, launch. Yeah.
No.
Don't know.
I don't think they're really worth it though.
Probably not. No. I might get the Galaxy Burst though. Galaxy Burst is kind of cool. Goes with my Oru.
Galaxy Burst.
And partially because, I kind of like it because it's one of the cheaper ones.
Wait. Look at sand.
Sand?
Yeah.
You mean the snowstorm?
No, sand. There's cactuses.
What?
It's on the second page.
That one's pretty cool.
This is... Look at all the cactuses that shoots out of his asshole.
Yeah, you take that back.
Shoots.
Rocket boosters is kind of cool. I want to know what the difference between rocket boosters and explosions is a little bit different.
I don't know. That looks like the sun.
Take that back. Rocket boosters. What's better, rocket boosters? Leaf storm.
No.
I would have named that Leaf Storm, not Leave Storm.
Leave the storm. Should be leaf, not leave.
Or Leaves Storm.
So explosion needs a bit of rework.
I think some of these are fine. It's more just...
I think rocket boosters is better.
But I think it's gonna be one of those things of it's just trying to visualize it in this page. But that fire tornado is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I actually could just keep playing it, but you can't.
I'm so disappointed about emotes.
Although there's no like actual emotes, it's just these.
It's just these stupid stickers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think emotes would be a bit too much for what they can do.
Yeah, one can wish.
One can wish.
Oh, Zandoria's emotes are kind of cool.
Oh really?
She's so angry. She looks
Aw.
flirtatious but weird.
Who's Zandora? And I think, yeah. There's somebody else maybe, but not Zandora.
I relate to this one. I've seen it to you.
I'm debating. I kind of want to get a VFX, but Galaxy Burst isn't.
This
What
is
the
me
world?
when you say you're the alpha.
We're not doing this on stream, Amy. I wish it's just a little bit darker. Oh, is that funny?
Wait. This is... Why is
Not
it not
doing this.
uploading?
We're not doing this on stream, Amy.
This is you explaining why you're the alpha.
I'm not doing that, Amy. We're not doing this on stream.
I'm sorry, but it's happening.
You shut your
Anyways,
mouth. You
start a
shut your
match. Just start a
mouth.
match. Just start a match.
You growler.
Just start a match, and I will shut up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Pick a hero. You're shitting me. No.
Is it exclusively to one hero? Oh, that's funny.
No, hold on. Before I start, we gotta search this up. I'm gonna be mad if so. Launch VFX. The other ones that I have aren't...
Oh shit.
Is this worth it?
You did it.
I'm gonna test the waters here. I'm gonna take the alpha, everybody. Galaxy Burst. Wait. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. It's actually broken. Oh. Oh, yeah, this was talked about, actually. Yeah. So it's actually broken. You can't buy it.
You have to earn it.
No, you can't earn it in general. It's impossible. It's, like, not purchasable. Same with Blood and Holy Judgment.
Actually, if you go into a character, rather than the store, I think you can buy it there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me test that. Heroes. And over. This is a little bit stupid, but...
Yeah, it is.
but we're gonna go through it. Alright. Equip for all heroes. I can't purchase it either! No! But I did click equip for all heroes. Let's see if I cheat the system here a little bit. Alright, so you are in my party. Let's ready this bad boy up. Other people mentioned this, so... I ain't the only one.
Yeah. I tried to get in a match before, but there wasn't a match. There's only 500 people playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's on Steam at least, so there's still console.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's big or not. It was originally technically primarily quite a bit of it was gonna be owned by Microsoft Store, but that kind of went tits up. Are you? No, you're in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Alright, what's cooking, G?
Well, I'm a selfish healer, but I do debuffs, so.
Yeah, I might play Aisling. Is that guy's name Vomit? No, it's Yomich. Close enough.
Well,
That's
cool.
so you! I meow fast!
What? Where? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I meow fast. It's one of the people. It's one of the people.
I do meow fast. I do.
That's a
meow
move type of
fast.
thing. That's a move type of thing.
She's literally got the skin I want.
Really? Oh, what?
Oh, I got kicked. I played.
Was it
disconnected.
you? No, that was
No.
everybody got that one. Everybody got that one. It was counting down. When you have your bug, the countdown doesn't happen. So
Right.
that wasn't you. Don't worry. Not that one anyway. But that could have been somebody else running into the same issue that you do. So
I feel like it is.
it could have been that one guy that also responded. I at least bumped it.
Yeah, why did you bump my shoulder? It was rude.
Well, because it was a day of nobody saying anything, so I bumped it.
Fair enough.
I got a new bike helmet today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is it sturdy?
Sturdy. I haven't used it yet, but...
You should.
Because I haven't had a bike helmet for a very long time.
Wait, is it like a motorbike or just a bike?
So, like, bicycle.
Bicycle.
like, yeah, a mountain bike helmet.
Hmm.
That was quick. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. It was a bit of a struggle getting one to fit my head.
You got a big head.
Hell yeah. No, quite the
brain.
opposite. My head's like skinny on the side, so a lot of them kind of don't fit, but that one will fit perfectly.
Hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna play over then.
Oh, someone's got their voice chat.
It's counting down!
It's counting.
Bickett. I don't hear them actually, so...
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go for survivability.
No! I was scammed! I don't want to be over anymore.
Uh-oh.
Somebody was playing Vidasi, so I was taking the dub and finally playing my damage, but now I've been scammed.
And
Yes. No, so I got the helmet, because I haven't had a helmet for ages, so... it's a bit of a long story. I can see the alpha planes, actually, of the effect around this. It's kind of funny. Anyway. I'm just talking to myself about literally nothing. But... this is going to be an annoying team.
This is gonna be hard.
These guys are all really annoying, and they kind of counter me. I might switch.
We might need a tank.
Maybe. You think you can usually get away with that one, but we might need one depending on how this goes.
Might need a Aisling instead.
I might, because I got scammed. But, no. So I had a helmet, and it was actually a really nice helmet, and it had like a magnetic clip as well. It was really fancy and cool. Issue,
Surprise me.
surprise me. Well, my brother took it for a trip. Hey, Noodle! big man? What's
Oh,
poppin'?
dude.
Hey, don't look at him like that, dude. What's poppin', my dude? But no, I had the helmet. It was going all fine and good and well. Oh, bye-bye. But then, the shit fucking... Ollie took it and he crashed. And if you crash wearing a helmet, you have to get rid of the helmet. Helmets should only be used once. If you use it after crashing, it's gonna get fucked. It's not good. Oops. I missed. Yeah, it's been a bit of a... Let's block him. Alright, we have a Voden on me.
Where you at? Oh, you're at A.
I'm just gonna heal up quickly. What you been up to, my chief? Oh my god, Leaks Hub is getting spammed. Dude, I hate these porn Discord servers that just keep getting spammed. Oh shit, everybody's here. Everybody's here. I fucked. Sorry. I used my Q. Oh, not a bad spot, but not the spot that it was really deserving.
They're just about to win.
Kaito's fallen. Oh my god, I thought I just fell off the map as well for a second. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I was just memeing on a guy for falling off. Really?
I just can't do it.
I'm stuck! No. I was like, look at me, and then it's like, oh wait, no shit, I can't even leave anymore, I'm fucked.
I've been kicked.
You got kicked?
I got kicked.
What happened? Did it say anything before it kicked you? What? Hold on, my game's broken.
Connection to host. I lost
That
connection to
again?
host. Yeah. God, it's such an annoying issue. I don't know what causes it.
Yeah. Where's my guy go? My guy's broken. No, there's really something about that, I'm not too sure. There's got to be more to the story here, but I'm not too sure what it could be. I'm just gonna poo, I'm gonna poo, I'm gonna poo.
And I recorded it this time.
You did? Genius. It'd be worth posting it. Oh my god.
But
How's life for me? It's pretty good. Lots of assessments and shit, and we're getting frailed in this match. Unfortunately. But otherwise, mostly pretty good. For the most part. What are you doing? I got scammed. Shit. Where is our team at? But otherwise pretty good. Just lots of assessments, my dude. I got like 2 essays I gotta write. Yes, in a game development course. You heard me? Seems stupid. You got a lot of essays. Oh man, she ulted me. Really? Why did she ult me?
But it's a bachelor's you're doing, right?
I'm doing... I'm not sure. Man.
This is like 3 years of study, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too sure if it's a bachelor's or not. I can't remember. It's a degree. It's a degree of some form. Our team is incredibly bad.
Because usually those are heavily... I think a degree is a balance between practical and written stuff, in theory.
Oh, I mean a degree is both. Either way, it has to be written stuff, because that's apparently what all degrees require, regardless of whether it makes sense or not. Sort of thing. But,
like
oh my
50
god.
essays for an animation bachelor. Whoa.
Yeah, oh my god, this was a terrible match. That was so bad. Our team was also really bad. It was not good.
Oh, I'm sorry I got kicked. It's
Not,
my fault.
yeah. Motherfuckers, like, didn't exist for that whole second time. Apparently they must have all died. I don't know what happened that second time. I was trying to get them off of a point. At least life after the degree will... Wow. Yeah, wow.
Wow.
I would like to agree with you on that one. And I think I'm really looking forward to that. Oh my god. And I didn't play too well, and people were just that much worse. I did the best, and I mean efficiency is and everything, but 2.4. The next best was a 1.4. That's bad.
Was better than 0.59.
Yeah. That was not good. our team was that's one of those cases of sometimes you just put level 8. What game is this? It's like Paladin. It's why did our team do so bad? These guys aren't that highly. Oh, there's a couple guys. Gigantic. It came out a similar time. So why did our team do so bad? Are we just worse? I think our team is just worse. No? Why did we do so bad? I don't know. Our team was just on a different level of badness, I guess. Once again, levels don't mean everything, but in that case, it seriously doesn't. Because it was pretty even in terms of levels, but that match wasn't so great. But yeah, it's gigantic. It's similar to it, but with some differences. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm just gonna ignore that one happened because that one was. See, Amy, with you, you had like the least amount of deaths. At least that was at least the positive of the match.
Yeah, right. Of course you would say that.
But yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I was gonna say. No, I'm on 250 ping, so if I do bad, I can always pull out the excuse 250 ping, okay? Because I don't know what server I'm on. I've got no clue. Probably NA or EU, not Asia. I can always whip out the 250 ping because there's no OCE servers. You know, if I play bad, it could be. It doesn't even need to be the fact that I missed that I could have hit every shot. 250 ping, my dude. Can't go wrong with that excuse. But no, it was we just got usually in Asia servers. No, there's OCE servers, which is Oceania, which usually the servers are in Australia. So we still have there's still a bit of a ping because Australia's fairly decent. So we get 60 is like the average ping you'll get. Sometimes a little bit lower, sometimes a little bit higher. But 60 is about as good as you'll ever get. Unless you're doing peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer is good, because in peer-to-peer you can sometimes get down to like 40. I think that's a loss. I think I've never really gotten anything lower than 40 ping. But it requires peer-to-peer. Unfortunately. So... But no, as I was gonna say, and then I kind of went on a side tangent. Unfortunately, the issue is the industry. I mean, there's already a massive recession right now, so people losing jobs, like crazy. But also, they're losing jobs even more crazy in the tech industry, especially games industry, because of everybody. So many people were hired during COVID, and then with COVID going out, everybody's full, which means that like so many people out of the industry are trying to find jobs and they have like tens of years of experience. So why the fuck would they ever want to hire somebody that's just, a newbie? Yeah, it's not good here either.
Terrible even.
It's pretty bad. So everybody's losing their jobs. I lost my job technically as well, so it's a bit crazy. So, not too good. Well, like, no work. I literally don't have a job at the moment, so I'll get hired back again as soon as they can, but there's just no work because nobody's spending money because of the recession. Yeah. Don't know how you bet. I'm down. It'll be like the noodle making machine.
You're not even cooked or fried.
Not even literally fried. So pretty crazy business. Do we want to try another one, Amy, or is that not really going too good?
I can try again, but I just feel like it'll just happen again.
A bit of a broken record there. Oh yeah, there's a stupid.
I'll try again.
This is a new one. I haven't seen this one before. All my tech servers keep getting a different one, but same premise.
You get 6 bots.
Yeah, the old 6 bots. And
On
it's
your
just like,
servers?
no, not mine. All the
Mm.
tech servers. Dude, no, I don't share my thing outside of my YouTube, so no bots are joining mine, luckily. But
Mm. No booty cheeks for you.
yeah, but it was getting to a point where like we were getting. I think we got a week or two ago, like 3 porn bots, different porn bots came in and did the exact same server. But it's not an actual server. It takes you to it shows up as a server, but it's a fake link to a fake thing, and they steal your account. But it was of the same thing 3 times in one day, which is pretty crazy. But it's not good. And the issue is raw dog servers without folders. I raw dog. No, I do have folders. I gave up on the folder. I gave up on that. So I do technically have them. The ones for these are emotes and some servers I don't care about. This was for like games and stuff. But as you can probably see, some of these are for games, so I kind of gave up on that. Here, let's run another one.
Let's go.
But yeah, so it's not great, the whole porn bot. The issue is the way to get people are losing their accounts on Discord is because they're clicking links and then signing into that. Like you can't. It's not a click a link and they steal your account. That is impossible, right? The best that they can do is steal an IP or something gets downloaded. You can always cancel and delete, or power off your computer and it will fuck with it, or so that sort of stuff. So the worst you can do is that they cannot steal your account unless you log in on fake Discord. Now the fake Discord is always spread through porn Discords. Okay, you never see another one that's not a porn Discord.
I can't see anyone.
I can't see anyone either. The countdown's going down though. I'm running over.
I'm running Zombia.
Oh, yeah. Do you watch no text to speech on YouTube? I watch no text to speech on YouTube. I think there was a point in time where I would do text to speech, but on only very rare occasions. I usually don't though. But usually when I watch YouTube, it's not like exclusively YouTube. It's like I'm doing something else at the same time. He's got human lol. Oh. Okay, I really need to switch to a healer again. We're getting fuckadoodle dude again.
I can switch if you want.
No, it's fine. I can switch. But at some point, I definitely do probably my own matches. I'll probably need to play some Zenobia because I have a mission for that. We have some guys that are kind of sweaty, so that's gonna be annoying. Oh, that Amani dude, they got a pentakill. How the fuck did they? That sweaty motherfucker. That sweaty motherfucker.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Surprise me.
Yeah, what ping are we hitting now? We're hitting 318, 325. That's actually the worst I've actually seen.
How do you see that?
Not worth it.
Any hope
Oh, okay.
that you
Basically,
Change game files.
yeah, it's game files. You have to create a custom keybind in the game files for it. Watch out, there was a trip on this side, but okay, there was a trip over here, but I did do some sneaky stuff to annoy her, so she's probably gone.
I'm gonna hide.
We're gonna get railed this match as well, though. Our team's not very good.
wonderful.
Here, wait, what's that? Oh, you mean like a literal YouTube channel. Sorry, I completely misunderstood that one. The guy's channel name is No Text to Speech. I think I saw that. I think I saw there was somebody. But yeah, he joined and exploited. Yeah. Was that the guy who he does like his friend was trying to show him a game? There was recently a guy like ran into that situation. And it could be the same guy that we're thinking about here. These guys are running debuffs on me.
I'm trying to do debuff. Oh, I fell.
Aw, unlucky.
I hate the shift, like the sudden shift to dodge. I hate that.
I got rid of it.
It's
No, I
so
don't.
stupid.
Yeah, I definitely turned that off in the settings. It is helpful, but I don't think it's worth it because I always misclick it. Our team's not very good. I'm going to switch to healer because I think we always need a healer. More than anything. More than even a tank. Tank's good, but if you have an extra damage, there might be more damage you can do. I just fell down on a fucking moron. Why are you guys not attacking? This isn't Clash. Clash, that can be genius.
Here they are.
Are they here? I have to check that guy. So I'm not too sure. I might know about this one, I might not. Ah, too late. They have an eyes thing as well.
Oh, I think I crashed again. Everyone's walking into the wall. Yeah, EXE has stopped. That's interesting.
So it's a different thing?
Everyone's name is just EXE has stopped. Oh shit, that was ping. Never mind.
Oh, that was just ping ping? Because our ping's pretty bad, but that's something
It's awful. I'm gonna capture E.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Get rid of him, get rid of him, don't like him! Ah!
Did he get you?
No.
Alright, that's good, that's good, that's good. I slowed him. Ah, he's still pushing. He's still pushing. I ping's so bad, so it's kind of just like bro shit, but you're probably not gonna hit.
Yeah, that's why AoE's better.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Well, chat, you have a trip to your left.
And I got kicked. Alright.
Oh, really?
The host is lost. Timed out.
There's gotta be something more to it. Timed out, probably. I think I know what could be causing that one. But that one's. It could just be a lot of things. Timed out, what I would assume, is basically. It's trying to send information. Nothing's happening with the information within a set amount of time, so it effectively kicks you because it thinks that you're not connected anymore. But, I mean, that shouldn't be happening because the only time that would happen was like that time when you froze for a minute. That would be the only time that kind of would make sense. But that didn't happen then, it happened at a different time. So, what could be causing that? Where is everything else?
I just feel like it's still kind of the servers.
Oh my god. I don't think it's the server itself, but there's more to the story. The servers aren't good. My fucking K-Door was attacking you.
Oh, I'm evil.
Yeah.
I'm literally evil.
Our team's not very good, but... So we're kind of in the shit as well. I attacked you as well.
What did I do wrong?
Our team is pretty bad. Was your ping this bad when you played Brawlhalla? Probably worse, I would assume. Oh my god. That's so annoying. I don't know what our team's doing, but we're all like at one point and then they like move away. But then they just ignore the fact that there's still like enemies there. What the fuck is going on? Are we getting this stupid bug again? Okay, so one of the things is broken. Yeah, that whole game was a little bit fucked that time. That was a mix of shit teammates and game broken. E rank. I've never got an E rank. It is a new low.
Yeah.
New low. Albeit the ranking system means jack shit.
Yeah, I ignore it.
But it is. I never received that one. I was getting fucked over. Yeah, my efficiency was in the shit. Yeah. It was not really redeemable. decent bit of healing, but I mean, everybody was just fucking dead half the time. So it was a bit of a we were in the shit, and yeah. It gets into one of those things. I should probably get into enjoying one of the more melee characters, because melee, you don't have to deal with shit ping. But I don't like the design of melee characters, is the issue. So playing more Margrave would maybe make sense. Margrave I kind of dig. But the issue with... I like Margrave. Oh, this is gigantic. Yeah, like the actual OG gigantic. The issue with Margrave... I like him. It's a constant case of like, oh, there's enemies here. Come on, guys, you're right behind me. You jump in. One of your teammates gets shot. They all run away, and piss themselves. And you're just like, what the fuck do I do? I'm standing in here. But yeah, I'm in the shit. What is my rating though of a mix of probably. I mean, yeah, there's lots of context here, so I probably couldn't rate it out of 10, but maybe for a team like MOBA sort of game, probably a solid 8. But the fact of the matter is there's so many issues with it right now, so it's like, the game itself, a solid 8. A game with its issues, like a 5. And then a game in general, probably like, once again, I'd probably say maybe like a solid 7 without, if we ignore the issues, like the game itself. Here's the thing, I like to evaluate things both on with issues and without issues, like in the same sense of Cyberpunk on launch, I thought was a really good game, and I had a really good experience, but people were running into issues, so with the issues it would be definitely rated lower, but the fundamentals of Cyberpunk hasn't changed. It was always a good game, which people always ignored. People were like, shit game, don't buy, don't play. If it ran fine for you, you were going to have a great time. Yeah, it was just... And I didn't have a good PC back then either, so it wasn't the fact that I have a PC now. What is this? Okay. So this is something about CryEngine and some people thinking Unreal Engine is like, Unreal Engine better than CryEngine and stuff like that. I can have a little bit of a say, but I've never used CryEngine. I do need a preface. But I have used Unreal Engine, which is probably more than the majority of people talking here. I've used Unity, GameMaker, Godot, and Unreal, but not much Godot. And Scratch if you want to count that, but I won't. I have the need to add an otherwise pointless. I prefer V8 engines, but each their own. I mean, if we're shoving those in inline 6, my dude, let's just say, kind of banging, kind of buller. Straight 6. I feel the need to, sheesh, yes sir, something to an otherwise pointless discussion. Video games look and feel very unique when they aren't made with a generic Swiss Army knife engine. Primarily I'm talking about proprietary engines, but what Warhorse has in their hands is far enough from generic for us gamers to truly appreciate the effort. I'm proud of them making it. I mean, this is technically true and technically not. What I was showing with my own thing, for example, with what I was doing, is you can make these things called shaders, right? And shaders are what people don't understand, okay? Yes, things can look similar, and if you don't change any values and you use default values, yes, a lot of things will look fairly similar because they're just using default things. If you add a shader, so for example my explosion here, this explosion is not possible like with default things. You have to create a shader, so that explosion, that's a shader, that's using Fresnel, that's using emission, that's using a bunch of things. You're not getting something like that without creating a shader, and that's the same with like that's like you see all your cell shading, right? So like you see you know, you've got, for example, Minecraft shading, all you need to know. Here's a stupid thing. people think, oh, Unreal Engine all looks the same and yada yada da. No, Unreal Engine is just as wide as Unreal Engine 4. If people knew how many games were made on Unreal Engine, you know, they would be stunned, right? Like, I will probably say this may be wrong, but a good majority of games is on Unreal Engine. I would, if we ignored mobile games, I'd almost go and say, it'd almost be worth saying there might almost be more Unreal games than Unity games. Maybe. If we ignore mobile, that is only with the exception of ignoring mobile. I think with mobile, I think the majority of those are on Unity. But this isn't wrong. Also, CryEngine. Can I just state, CryEngine is also a Swiss Army knife engine. Unless you use a proprietary engine, they're all Swiss Army knives. That is whether you're using GameMaker, Godot, Unity, Unreal Engine. They're all Swiss Army knives. If you hate one of them, you're hating all of them, okay? Because they're all the same. Okay, so you can't say, oh, I hate Unreal Engine 5, it's so bad, and everything that comes out of Unreal Engine is bad. You can't say that. Unreal Engine 4 games are still the same things. It's just you've got Nanite, you've got Lumen, you've got a couple extra things. They can always turn off Lumen, they can always not use Nanite. It's going to be the exact same experience as Unreal Engine 4, with a couple new features. Nanite and Lumen are both good. The issue is that people do rely on Nanite and they do rely on Lumen, and here's where you're seeing those games that look similar and they have their issues, okay, stuttering issues, stuff like that. Lumen and Nanite aren't that good, okay? Nanite means that you effectively can ignore low poly meshes, right? Optimization, what's that? We don't need it because we've got Nanite. It does all the optimization for us. Yes, it does. But if you don't have low poly meshes and you're not worrying about LODs and all that, you're relying on Nanite, and Nanite has its own issues. So you run into the thing of, yeah, things are a lot faster, you got a lot less work that you have to do. On the downside, like you could use straight up photogrammetry, and it would run perfectly fine. The issue is it causes its own issues, right? And Lumen, really, really good. It looks amazing. I would say it's actually one of the best like lighting systems that's not full-on path tracing. But it's got its own issues. Especially if you've seen a lot of like there's lots of I don't know what you call it, like spotty lights, if that makes sense. Like a lot of holes in them, kind of like TAA kind of look. No, TAA is like smirk, but very spotty. I don't know how to explain it, but that's a common issue, at least with Lumen, I believe. So they all have their issues. A lot of people rely on them. Unreal Engine, it's not that it can't do what all these other ones are doing, right? The issue is that Unreal Engine hasn't been out for long. Similar to Film Grain. If you think of Film Grain, but that is like whether light is working or not working. So there's parts that are just no light and parts that are light. So it's like black and white, for example. Black or orange, black and blue. Let's see if I can go Unreal Engine 5 light bug. I don't know if it's going to sure dang, that's pretty much. I don't know if we're going to get stuff as it's a very minute thing. And it's not that you can't fix it, but it's something that you can notice, and it's like only Unreal Engine 5, I believe. Unreal Engine... Why is this a really weird font? Unreal Engine 5 spotty light. And I'm not talking about a spotlight either. A spotty light. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it, but yeah. I could potentially open my own one. I have a couple projects that I think one of them has it. I can't quite remember. I just remember seeing it in a game and it reminded me of it, and I'm like, oh shit, this is a really annoying issue with Unreal Engine. But yeah. On the plus side, Unreal Engine has so many features and so much that it brings to the table that it's got VFX, it's got terrain creation, it's got you can animate, you can model, you can do everything inside Unreal Engine. It is the you know, it can do everything, but it's not the master of anything. If you want something that can do perfectly what you need, like for this project, you just create a proprietary engine. But how much, like how many, in particular things are you going to need? If it's only a couple things, just use fucking, your jack of all trade. Just use, Unity, or just use Unreal Engine. And with Unity shooting itself in the foot, we're going to see more and more Unreal Engine, because why the fuck would you want to deal with Unity's stupid pricing that they fucking added to it all? And we're going to see a lot of Godot soon as well. A lot of new games will be coming out Godot within the next, 2 to 3 years. We'll start seeing an increase. And Unreal Engine, the thing is, Unreal Engine 5 has been out how long? Maybe 2020? Unreal Engine 5. Release. So it came out 2022. This means it has been 2 years. It has been exactly 2 years since Unreal Engine has released. So that means that any big project, any big company, thing, right? Anything that's big, right? We're seeing games that have taken 8 years to release, right? Even 5 years to release. Not possible. These are 2 years. That means that any game that has existed has had at most 2 years on Unreal Engine 5. And you can make really good games within 2 years. Hell, that game that you were playing, Amy, Content Warning, that was made in effectively a month. So things can be done pretty quickly. But 2 years, this is learning and understanding how to make the most and fully use Unreal Engine 5. People are still learning. On top of that too, you need enough time to make a game and make it optimized and make it look good and work well. What's up?
Was Palworld used in Unreal 5?
I believe so, but I can't. I believe it. It was an Unreal. Palworld Engine. Palworld, yeah, it's Unreal Engine 5. Yeah. So there is a bit of a So here's the misconception. It's like bare bones UE5. Yeah, it is very bare bones UE5. Here's the thing. If we go, for example, Unreal Engine 5 train station. Amy, you probably would have seen this one before. This is Unreal Engine 5. This is not a real life footage. This is all Unreal Engine 5. And I mean, it's low quality at the moment. I don't know if they have anything higher than 720, but there is a version with higher quality. But regardless, besides the point, this is Unreal Engine 5. So does this look like the, bare bones boring Unreal Engine game that you see, that they all look the same? No. Yeah. So this runs into the thing of, is it true that all Unreal Engine things look the same? No, it's not. They don't. Okay, now this is not real time, so we can give it that. It's a lot more behind the scenes here. Yeah, not everything looks the same just because it's Unreal Engine 5, okay? Now, some things do look very similar, and I'll give it that. I would not have done normal maps on that, but hot take, extremely realistic games are kind of lame. That is a hot take. That's a fairly hot take. I would not disagree with you on that one, but I think it's more the over-reliance of like this is all real time. Does this look like your default Unreal Engine game? I mean, this isn't even a game, right? They're just showing off the Rivian thing. This is all real time. They're using, I think, a joystick for this, like a controller. And you can see them making all this shit. So this is all the behind the scenes of Unreal Engine. But yeah, my point being is not everything from Unreal. There's no Unreal look. It's just these guys obviously haven't spent enough time doing their own shit. shit work. But are extremely realistic games kind of lame? I think to an extent, but I think it is very dependent on the game. I think some games fit realistic, like for example, Red Dead Redemption. It's a very realistic game. Do I think it's bad because it's a realistic game? No, I think that really bolsters it. On the other hand, some games rely on trying to make them realistic, and that's kind of their own selling point. And that's not necessarily a good thing. I think stylized would have done better. Yeah, so, sort of like racing games. I wouldn't play a racing game that much probably if it wasn't realistic. That's part of the thing. So talking about like that FPS one everyone was talking about. Let me know if you do find what you're talking about exactly, because I'm probably going to agree with you there. I think FPS can be hit or miss. If you're making one, it has to be super realistic. If you're going to make it realistic and you're not going balls to the wall, it's not worth it. Like, it's just going to be a bit of a crutch there. Unrecorded. I think unrecorded... But here's the thing with unrecorded. I think unrecorded is a little bit weird. What the world was that? I think unrecord is good because it's realistic. I mean, the whole game is like made to be realistic in that sense. So I think in that sense it's not bad because it's meant to be, but it's also the only game that's like this. The only issue is now that after this came out, there were a bunch of other games that were designed to be exactly like this. That is what caused me a bit of an issue, because it's like, well, now that we've got a bunch of games that are trying to be realistic, like body cam kind of style. And that's where I have some issues and gripes. But I don't think this as a basis is necessarily bad. I don't have any gripes or things with it. It was incredibly unique and incredibly good, and it does well. And I think as a single player, policeman trying to go through a building and clear out, bad guys, I think realism makes sense. I don't like the gun thing though. I don't like the gun sway. The gun sway is to add realism and shit. How the fuck are you gonna aim when your gun's like... it just makes things a little bit harder. So I don't know if that's just gonna... like, some things look really good in a trailer, but are shit in practice. I'd be worried that might be one of the things. So, I think... I think... more than anything... gameplay, IRL, you don't have enough time. Yeah. Well, and it's a lot more rigid like that. You don't have, like, swaying like this as well, which you can see. I sort of see what they're doing with some of their stuff. But, I mean, you're not gonna... there's a little bit of sway, but there's not really. Yeah, recoil is way less. Yeah, 100%. I mean, unless you're, like, barely holding onto the gun. They do go kind of crazy. Which I can understand if they're trying to do that in a sense of trying to make it for balance reasons, like making shotguns with really high recoil and stuff like that. That makes sense. But even if it's not necessarily realistic. I mean, yeah, it is realistic that shotguns have more recoil. Yeah, that's true. But not necessarily are all shotguns completely accurate when you... You know what I mean? But I think to me what annoys me more is like features added that are made to be more realistic, but are actually more annoying. Like the sway. If that sway gets in the way of you actually aiming and shit, that's gonna be so annoying. The side of quality is amazing, but forgettable. The main point of the game shouldn't be how it looks. No, fair enough. Same as what I was mentioning with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 base game, but with one in particular, when I was talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, about you have to drink a consumable item to save the game because they don't want people save scumming. But then that's really annoying because I don't want to have to drink a consumable that I have to buy with in-game currency, just to save my game. That's really annoying. A bit, yeah, you could argue it's meant to be more realistic and shit like that. And no, you can't save scum in real life. I don't care, dude. I'm playing a game. I want it to be fun. That is one big reason I'm not playing the game. You know what I mean? I played a bit. I'm gonna be right back though. Maybe like 5 seconds. But that is definitely. I think that. But yeah, that's me. I think for me that's more annoying. You can't save what? That's lame. But for me, definitely, I think it's more features for me. If a feature's made to be realistic, but impedes gameplay and makes it harder for no good reason, or there's at least no way to get around that, that's going to be more annoying for me. I'm going to be right back.
I think you do have big doors. You like to slam the doors.
Um,
Oh, shh.
a big factor in that. Sorry, hold on. Y'all got some skinny doors in NZ. Maybe we just have it's compensation. I'm not gonna say anything further. To accompany differential in sizes. So what I was just thinking for a quick second. Another thing on that note would be stamina systems and how incredibly useless stamina systems are. Especially in like shooting games and stuff. Or like Gigantic. You're not running for 5 seconds and then you're like incredibly tired. And especially if it's like a military sort of game, you're not running for like 100 meters and you're tired and you need to stop. Yeah, if you're sprinting, but none of them run as fast as somebody who's sprinting would be, which is still pretty fast. Like you can sprint like, 20 plus kilometers per hour. Those sorts of games that you're not sprinting that fast. It's just a running pace. If you're running at a running pace, IRL stamina sucks, so I'd hate that. IRL stamina sucks in its own regard, but you can run a lot further. Like, for example, I used to do long distance running. So that would be, I'd run like 14 kilometers at like a good pace. What game are you running 14 kilometers at a good pace? And that was like 12-year-old me as well. So we're talking like military person, they could run, or somebody that's actually fit and like older than when I was fucking 12. Then you should be running, able to run, like, assuming you're like, fit and you've done practice for like long distance running, you should be able to run much further than that at a longer pace. Like there was a guy that was running every day and he was running the whole of Africa that finally finished the geezer or whatever his name was, ran the whole of Africa in like a year's time. But cops usually have heavy gear, yeah. I understand. But if you take off the gear, you should be fine. So I sort of understand it with gear, but even then, like, in the military, you should be running, and a lot of tests require you to run a certain amount of kilometers with gear, because it's one of those things like when you're wherever you are deployed, if you can only run like a few hundred meters with your gear, then you're probably not gonna make it, unfortunately, because you're getting shot at and you can only run like 100 meters or 50 meters and you're pretty fucked. Yeah. Not as much as you think. I think it depends. I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. We don't have too much big of a military here, so I don't see too many, but Homie came back, bro, winded after getting in the car, really. That might be him, but I don't know. I see a lot of things and it seems to be, I would have assumed it was quite yet to go. quite the distance. But I guess it also depends on your role in the military. I mean, obviously, you got some jobs in the military don't require like any physical shit. So I think it depends on a couple of things. Mentality is insanely good. Yeah, I think that's like the big thing. You need the mentality, and that's like the whole point of all that training and shit. You get shit on by all the instructors. It's not because they want to make your life a living hell. They want you to have a really strong mentality and to just push through everything, no matter what's happening. No matter how tired you are, no matter how down in the dumps you are, they want you to be able to push through. So I look at it as it's actually a really positive thing. It's just not positive while you're going through it.
I just want to punch them.
Yeah, like, oh, you shut the fuck up. I just want to just go to sleep, dude. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, man. Come on. But one of those things. But it is a really big mentality. But then again, I would say running in general is pretty quite the mentality type of shit. A lot of people could have been. Hope you've seen American military movies because like 90% true. I've seen some. But yeah, I think a lot of it, even when I was running it, a lot of it was just mentality. Like, I could run, but I never trained or anything. I would just kind of rock up and pull like a 10-kilometer thing. It's not because I was inherently good. I just had a pretty good mentality. You know, just gotta stay positive and just keep pushing through. Now, I don't know if I could do that. I just sit on my computer all day. That's a different story there. Okay. I'm actually visually impaired. That's my excuse.
Yeah.
There's a lot stopping me from running long distance. But
It is 10.
it is 10. I'm probably hopping off quite soon. I was planning on hopping off at 9:30, but I obviously missed that. I'd hate to be an animal getting hunted by a human in the 21, 24. Or homie just looks at the animal and the animal dies. Like, oh shit, okay. I'm fucked now. That far in the future, we will be the animal. I had a weird dream. Yeah, I had a weird dream about being on Mars the other night ago. I'd assume by... Yeah, that was weird. That was a long story dream. I won't go over it, but it was a weird one. But I would assume by then, I'm hoping soon we end up exploring outer space and shit. Cause I know there's the whole yeah, but don't leave Earth, well, when it's like half fucked. Yes, but Earth will replenish itself. So if we left Earth and just stopped all the shit now, which is obviously impossible for a long shot, but if in the example that we just left Earth the way that it is now, and not now, but like we all left and we stopped doing all of our shit, it would regenerate, okay? Planets can regenerate and all that stuff because there will be plants and vegetation all grows out and we don't have, you know, all these fossil fuels and shit. So outside of, you know, shit farting and all the time, with all the methane, it would all regenerate. Hell, even the ozone layer hole above New Zealand is regenerating. Yeah, so it's one of those things. So yeah, you need to gather some stones and snap you good. Exactly. Thanos, I hate to say it, but he was right in his. You cut shit by half, you're probably fine. It fixes a lot of issues. But then again, we're running into the issue. This is a misconception. There's two sides of it. We're both over. There's both too many people and not enough people. Japan is in a decline. There's more people dying than there are people living. So in 100 years now, they're going to have significantly less people. So 100 years from now, a lot of countries are going to have significantly less because there's more people dying than there are babies. And that's because shit, we've fucked ourselves. All the governments have fucked themselves. Conspiracy theory time. We've unfortunately run into the issue of how many people, you know, these days of like our ages are going around and having a bunch of babies. back in like the 1900s, if you're living with the shoots and stuff, I don't know how to pronounce that, some German shit. Where unfortunately you run into the case where back then it's common to see people with like 5 kids in their family. Now, like, how many of us have kids? You know, and then how many of us have more than 2 kids? Having more than 2, not a rat, Amy.
Oh, it's cute.
I'll watch it. But side note. But yeah, like now, like having more than 2 kids is quite a lot. Like socially, quite a lot. And then on top of that, economically wise, having more than 2 kids, or even having a single kid, is a joke. Like being able to, like, how many of us, you know, have our own fucking house, right? Have our own place to live. If you are living, like, having to rent a building, you should not be having a kid, right? I mean, I'm not the one to stop people and stuff. I wouldn't say overpopulation. Oh yeah, overpopulation is false. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I misread that. I thought you said it's underpopulation or whatever the fuck I'm meaning. No, overpopulation is definitely false, but that's not necessarily to say we have a lot of people. And I think now we're, in a technical sense, overpopulated, but in the sense of we all these, in 100 years, everybody that is alive now is going to be dead. So with how well everything's growing, we're actually just going to lose a shit ton of people. So that's the way that I look at it. We're still fucking up there with 100%. We're getting really good at harming each other as well. 100%, especially with the whole Russia and the whole Russia, Ukraine, the whole Israel, Palestine, and Iran, and all these countries now, and it's just getting worse and worse. You got China wanting to do shit with Taiwan and stuff, and that's a matter of time. It's not a if, it's a when. This is hacking is also going crazy. North Korea is stealing a lot of fucking money. I believe that's like 80% of their income or something. It was something ridiculous. It's still like 10 billion or something last year alone. Trying to shutting down a cell phone service here was hilarious, really. And it's not helping that America is like, oh, let's steal TikTok. We're gonna, TikTok is ours, and if not, we're gonna ban it. What kind of like blackmailing is that? I can understand both sides of the story. Yes, any companies that are hosted in China have all access to, like, at any point CCP could go in and look at all data records and everything. Yes, that is true. So that yes, there is actually that issue. On the other side of the story, it's not like America's not doing it as well, okay? America is 100% spying on just as bad, okay? It's just whether, do you want to be spied on by China or America? And at the moment, pretty much everything is America. So, that's unfortunately not great. They're doing it on their own post. So it's pretty much, it's not a case of, you know, we want you guys to be in control and for the CCP to not steal your stuff. It's a case of, okay, so the CCP could be stealing your information, or we could be stealing your information. It's like, oh, hold on a minute. So anybody outside of America, it's like, well, what the fuck do you expect?
It's a major order. Go do it.
No.
The next man next to you.
No, that's not him then. But I don't know. There's a lot of shit, and a lot of stuff is just like, we're running into the case of like, okay, well, in order to stop, you know, global warming, we're gonna do this, and then it's like, yeah, but in order to do that, you're causing just as much global warming. So it's kind of like a loss. It's like, yeah, well, maybe openly you're not doing one thing, but on the other side you're doing other stuff that's just as bad. Big companies selling your information is old news now. Exactly. What was this? The fucking the 1600s. back in my day, the governments admitted to doing it. They weren't afraid. Yeah, no, I don't know. The next few years are gonna be kind of insane with all that shit going on, because shit is just getting worse and worse. And shit's just going more balls to the wall by the day, so I think it's just a matter of time before shit kind of starts hitting the fan more than it really is now. My day, the president was my neighbor, some dude in the 1600s. Exactly. I gotta be honest, I feel bad for you guys and your presidents. Then again, I'd almost say there are better candidates, but let's be real, nobody's going to be voting for anyone that's not fucking Biden or Trump. The issue, it's not like Trump is an absolute moron. Okay, he's terrible, right? The issue is Biden is not any better. They're both just as bad as each other. It's just like one's better at one thing and the other one's better at another thing. Like, Trump has questionable choices and his priorities are a bit weird, but he's got his pros. Biden, he ain't making questionable choices, but he's also doing nothing, and he's half asleep, and I don't think he's doing like half the fucking things. So I don't think he's the one in control. He's like fucking homie's on like always ice cream break. Grandpa. My guy's like almost 90. How the fuck is he still in shit? Gonna get Chester the Cheetos or old the abuses around exactly. Neither is good. So it's a bit of a shit luck there. Unfortunately, there are much better choices. I think there genuinely should be a mandated like age range, right? Like, you shouldn't be too young, but once again too old. Like, any changes that happens, right, to somebody that's in their like 70s, when you're in your 70s, you're not noticing any of the changes. So what the fuck does that have any importance to? Sleepy Biden thing is kind of unfair because those clips are out of context. Yeah, the hardest to defend. 100% of those are, or not 100%, but a majority of them. And once again, media always goes for like what's the worst situations. They never show off the best situations. So 100% definitely not. He's not. You know, his existence isn't just asleep chasing ice cream. You know. It's definitely not just that, but
Chocolate chip.
chocolate chip ice cream. But that's definitely what media wants to show, and you know. But yeah, 100%, and I think the thing's pretty accurate. I'm on the verge of sneezing.
Bless you.
Almost died.
No, no.
Yes. Thank you. But
Stinky.
not stinky.
Stinky.
But
Put a little hat on.
hey, oh yeah. But that's 100%. We have a similar situation where we had this guy, David Mayer, is the he's the guy of, you know, our city, but unfortunately he's a bit of a shit and he's really old and only old people voted for him. The issue, he's getting rid of like everything. He's like we want the next Commonwealth Games to be hosted by Christchurch. Half our buildings still aren't built. What a joke. Our public transport is like non-existent outside of buses, and the buses half the time our mayor.
Oh, Mir!
Mayor.
Oh my god, what is he thinking?
Yeah, and so he's trying to put all of his shit into building up the fucking stadium. That's where a shit ton of money is going into. Shit's been building for ages. Yeah, Mayor. Not gonna lie, NZ News ain't making it over here. Don't know how y'all are doing. The Founding Titan. Oh, Amy, you did start watching Attack on Titan, actually. But anyway. We're not getting that much information happening either, dude. I don't know half shit what's going on here. All I know is that it's just a lot of stupid shit. Like a lot of money is going into a lot of shit that's questionable. Like all
Like,
all of our fucking roundabouts are getting rebuilt. And
yeah.
shit,
This
that's
new
really annoying.
government, this new government's about getting new roads and all that.
Actually, no,
But,
that
like,
was the last one. That was the last one. Unfortunately, we got fucked up. We're getting the tail end of the last one. So what they're doing is they're changing a lot of shit with speeds. All the speeds were going down to like 40 in the city, 40 kilometers. I don't know what that is in the miles per hour, in freedom units. But and then all of the highways were going to go to 80. So we're sort of getting the shit into the stick because of it was a mix of that, and they needed to get rid of a bunch of money because of financial end of year.
yeah, they cut like education a bit.
So
Like why?
that was unfortunately, I think, the tail end of whoever the other ones are. But they're not making the greatest choices either. We're sort of once again also stuck in the what's the best of both worlds. Both of them are not great.
National's a bit selfish, I'll have to admit.
Yeah, I don't
Very
know.
selfish.
They're both a bit different. National has its own issues, and they're making some questionable things. The issue with the other ones, Labour, where they were fucking up a lot of shit and putting money into a lot of stupid shit that made no sense either. So both of them are pretty shit. Like they were Labour at the tail end, they were fucking up with road shit. They're fucking up with education and a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of stupid stuff. Like Nationals, like they added you can get your first year free. Makes no sense having your first year free. Like Nationals doing some different stuff where it's like your last year is free, which does make more sense.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, because it's like everybody. There were so many people did their first year, and then never continued their thing. And it's like, well, you just got a free year, a free diploma, and you just disappeared, and you're not making the most of it. Whereas this is like you actually have to spend the money and put the time into it, and then it pays off because your final year is the most expensive. So, in my opinion, that makes a bit more sense, and it's kind of just like some things make more sense, some things are better on the other side. Either way, both are kind of stupid, and it's more of like we got to wait another year or two to see how things change because we're still getting the final results and stuff. But we're getting a lot of stupid questions. They're trying to get rid of half of Hagley Park, which is our big park in our city. That's like the big park, the big thing. They're trying to get rid of half of that or something like, or a big portion of it for parking. We have a really bad issue with parking. Getting rid of our park is not the thing. That is not what to do, okay? The other issue with our parking is all the prices are a bit redonkulous. So, even increasing the parking isn't going to fix it. It's the issue of pricing. Like, we have a lot of actual parks. They're just in inconvenient spots and they're overpriced. Like, we were doing parking today. It was $9 for 2 hours of parking. That's stupid. So let's say I had a 2-hour job, right? That is like, and you're on min wage. That's like a quarter of your wage, almost. So, that's stupid. Parking shouldn't be that fucking expensive. And that's just a normal government parking. There's ones that are more expensive and there's ones that are less expensive. So, yeah, there's a lot of stupid decisions our government's doing and our man's doing, and it's just like 15 terabytes of storage there, Jesus. But yeah, I don't think there's too much happening here, really, at least, which could be both seen as a positive and a negative. Usually when something happens that comes out of New Zealand, it's either something that's good or really bad. Both ends of the stories, but I think... Oh my god, I just got 3 messages at once. I'm not ignoring. 3 of them just came out at the exact same once. You guys don't get your own news. We get news, but a lot of it is like out overseas shit, unfortunately. I don't look at the news though too much, but a lot of it is like, unfortunately, a lot of like America shit as well. Not like it's like the obvious America shit. It's not like this guy, farted in McDonald's, but
Just the big news.
yeah. Is your country divided in terms of political views, or are you relatively the same around? It's not to the extent of America. Not at all. You guys should invest in nukes. We actually had oil. We got rid of oil, and we have a no nuclear thing. So there's sort of that. Nuclear isn't nuclear. Nukes themselves are terrible, but nuclear energy is actually really good and sustainable. It's like the best. But
Fission or fusion.
fusion is the best. It's unfortunately
Yeah.
impossible. Sorry. Oh no, fusion is possible, but it uses more energy than it takes. So
If
it's
we figure it
yeah.
out, then oof.
So we got. I think that's what the Hadron Collider is working on in like Sweden, I believe it is. But and I think China's trying to work on that. There's a lot of like their own companies working on that, but there's a couple different ways of achieving it. All of them cost more than they make, so it's not really worth it at the moment. Because trying to make something, you're trying to make energy that doesn't exist, which is, in a technical sense, impossible, but it is technically possible. So right now everything's just fission, and that's what nuclear energy is. I think fission's just colliding particles, which creates energy, and that is what it is. But it doesn't create infinite energy; it just creates energy, and a lot of it. I believe. But I don't know too much about nuclear energy, outside of that it's very clean and it's very safe. And you're only going to have issues if you ignore, like, multiple issues. Like, the one in Ukraine, the Chernobyl. There were so many issues. I watched the whole documentary, I wrote an essay on it and stuff like that. There were so many issues with the Chernobyl thing and so many warnings that, and to put in perspective, don't quote me on this because there's lots of different stories on this, and, which one's the right story is thing, but I believe America did something with one of the nuclear plants in Iran, and it sped up some of the shit. I don't really know, but it sped up some of the shit, which caused issues and fucked with their, them trying to generate nuclear shit and nuclear warheads as well. But that didn't explode everything either. That one was fine. That was a you. So even if other countries are fucking with your nuclear shit, it still doesn't fuck everything up. Like, it takes quite a bit. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It is very interesting though. So, technically, I do think it'd almost be worth it. But yeah, I think we're pretty fine though with. If I think we're quite fine on a lot of other stuff. I think if we focus on like hydro, because we have a lot of shit like that, a lot of water and stuff, we're probably good. But I don't really know too much about what's going on here. I don't think we get too much. But in terms of political division, I would say our ends are definitely nowhere near as far as your guys' ends go. I think we're all pretty in the middle here, and it's very little difference. And that's also why you could say voting either National or Labour, you're not going to see too much of a difference. National is more for National is just you make more money. It pays off. It's not necessarily it effectively just means the more you work, the more money you're going to be making. If you vote Labour, it's like everybody gets money, but the more work you put on it, doesn't pay off. So it's more about spreading it to so people that have less money will be getting extra free money. But are they even working? If they're not working, should they be getting more money? I think, obviously, if you cannot work for literal reasons, then yeah, but, I mean, if you are just, for example, you're just like, you're not in college, you're not, in uni, you're just existing and just living off, because I know some people that are literally just living off unemployment. I I think you should be paid for unemployment. You can't help if you get, especially now. But I don't think that should be your crutch. I think you should still definitely still be looking for jobs and still be hoping on that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Noodle, I'm gonna need to hop onto... I'm gonna have to open my stream. I just saw like 4 messages pop and I'm like, I'm missing a lot of messages here. Shit is taking forever for it to come. Hold on a minute. Just so I can actually see when you send... Okay, because I'm missing like all your messages. It's like... Because I just see 4 messages and I'm like, there's no way this guy's like copy-pasting shit. Get rid of oil? Yes, we did. We had an oil mine that got rid of. And Civ 5, that's when there's fishing that's pretty bog. Yeah, fishing is bog. There's that dude that sneaks into... Yes, I saw that guy. It's the small guy. The small guy. I forgot his name. I hope he's alright, because homie drunk dodgy water, my dude. That's not the thing I would have done. This is a better dilemma than what we got. I think a lot of our dilemmas are a lot better than what you have. What you guys got. You guys got a lot of issues, especially like your gun laws seem a little bit. It's a bit of a tricky thing. Because you guys grew up with a very I don't know if with a very lax gun law, it's a constitutional right. Unfortunately, you can't just turn around and go, maybe let's not have this. Because unfortunately, it's not necessarily what you can do. You can't just turn around the next day. Unless everybody is willing to. Australia has done that. It is possible, but I don't think with the way that America exists. Omega's up and rising, yeah. So Australia, there was a gun massacre. It was like, I think a school or something, a school shoot up. And then the government was just like, okay, you know, if you've got guns, hand them in to the police. Worked out well. There has not been really much in that. And we have pretty tight gun laws as well, especially after events of not long ago. But yeah, I think you guys are a bit fucked over with some of that shit, so... But unfortunately, it's definitely one of those things of you can't say they're not doing anything, because what can you do? There's not much that you can do. You can't just, you know... on the other side, because I'm speaking... Yeah, unfortunately, you got the other side of things where you can't just say no guns, because that's not going to work at all, especially with the views that people have in their guns. It's a constitutional right. You can't take that away from us. That's unfortunately your constitutional rights are both limiting and good on the other side. One, it means that you definitely, you know, you can't take this away from us. You know, freedom of speech and stuff like that. On the other side, there's already so little we trust. Yeah. On the other side, you run into the issue of because the constitutional rights were made so long ago. Everyone should be learning Kung Fu, exactly. And you can't even make the excuse of England it's the stabbing city, because even fucking it's not even a city. England is a stabbing country. When per capita, even America's worse in that department as well. It's not good. But unfortunately, you run into the thing of yeah, you can't take away. It's like, okay, well, I know I gifted you a cupcake early in the day, but I'm hungry now. I want to eat that cupcake. Give it back. You can't do that, dude. Same thing. It's a bit hard to just go, oh, well, give us, you know, our guns back. You can't use guns anymore. But on the other side, is somebody finally responding? No. People don't know. UE5 hype. It's not hype. They have a lot of things that are really good, and for people that do not use the engine, they wouldn't know why it's so good. It's not hyped because, you know, of all these small things, it is significantly better. Like, to the point where UE5 completely outmatches Unity. There's literally, like, outside of, like, tutorials and shit, you should just use Unreal Engine 5. It is so much better at what it can do. The same things but better. Unfortunately, Unity's a little bit behind on that. But yeah. The America situation's a bit fucked, especially with, like, it's freedom of speech and stuff like that. Like, do people have freedom of speech still? Do they? Do they not? I mean, it's one of those things of, yeah, you can say shit, but you can still go to jail for some shit that you can say, for example. Like, where do you draw the lines? Is it okay? I mean, personally, I don't think anybody should go to jail for... I mean, I don't know. I don't have really too big of an opinion. I think my opinion is more just, if you're threatening to hurt somebody, I think you can go to jail for that. I think that makes sense. Like, if I walk up to you, Noodle, every single day, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking stab you. I'm gonna fucking stab you. I don't think we should just let, me go and, like, see what happens, right? If I stab you, well, shit, I warned you, okay? Who's fucking surprised? Maybe I don't. I don't think you should still be saying that regardless, right? There's a felony here, right, on that point. Well, there's a couple things that you could get in this shit with, right? Unfortunately. So I think in all senses, threatening somebody is bad, and I don't think in any sense should be acceptable for any context, really, outside of, like, very few contexts, right? Let's say you killed my friend Noodles, and I said, Noodles, I'm gonna fuck you up. Then, you killed my friend. I mean, come on, what can I say? But you said pew pew, yeah, more jail, yeah. So, I think the issue is definitely, you can't say no, there's no yes, it's not a yes or no thing. I don't think you can go, well, I believe all freedom of speech is worth, because you gotta draw lines, and I think my lines I draw personally would be, there's some shit you can't say, right? But there's some things that I don't think necessarily... I think there's things that some people can still get taken to jail for that shouldn't necessarily be taken to jail for. I think for the most part, as long as you're not acting on anything, and as long as you're not, being, that bad, it's not too bad. Doesn't sound like a threat coming from you, mate. Your demeanor is too nice. Oh, you better watch out, steady boy. I will whoop you in fisticuffs. But, yeah. I think, unfortunately, yeah, I think there's some lines that have to be drawn, but I think, you can't stop people from saying shit, because then it's like runs into the thing of, as soon as you start, stopping one thing, people from saying one thing, you're stopping them, people are going to be requesting for everything, and then it's like, how do you, oh, but actually, Noodles said I got a small finger, please take him to jail. I mean, it just gets out of hand really quickly. He was cyberbullying me. I think I think it's just really hard, and I think that's the issue with a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of things, unfortunately, like, especially a lot of the groundworks of America are very right or wrong, but you really got to put in the context that a lot of things are, on a spectrum, and there's a lot of, yes, there is really bad and there is really good, but there's also things that are, like, kind of bad and realistically shouldn't be said, but I don't think anybody should go to jail for it. I mean, I don't think, if I called you, Noodle, stinky, I don't think that should be jailable, but yeah. I think, I think there's a couple of things that can go, I think. Well, a bit tricky. Sort of thing where you could... Oh, man, both things are that stupid love heart in a way. there is that thing where you could probably get jail time if you get someone to off themselves. Yeah, you probably would 100% get jail time. But that's a really tricky thing. I always think about that thing of like especially cyberbullying these days. It's like cyberbullying is a tricky thing where you can't say cyberbullying isn't a thing and that it doesn't. Okay, I just want to quickly show you. There is no post here. Okay, there is no post. I can see on here you posted, yeah, super tricky. I'm not seeing shit. Shit just doesn't appear, okay? That is not me. I just wanted to... There we go. I just got the message. I wanted to say that we're getting some delay sometimes. It's really tricky to prove, but I don't know. I think it's a bit tricky these days. Especially, like, OBS Wilden right now on Golly. It's getting a bit tricky. I honestly think they should almost... I think it would almost be worth, like, having some sort of these days, like, it's... One, I don't think 13 is the right age for everybody to be exploring social media. Yeah, YouTube's fine, right? I wouldn't call YouTube a social media, although it is classified that as that. Albeit, there are some things that yes or no. But I don't think everybody at 13 should have access to it. So many people are brought up on that shit, and it's such a bad thing. I wasn't even on social media really until, like, I was fucking much older as well. I think that was definitely a lot usable. Like, you see people getting cyberbullied and shit while they're at school. It's just like, one, if they didn't have access to social media, that wouldn't even be a thing. And two, what do you benefit? As soon as you turn into an adult and you look back at all your old shit that you might have posted, right? You got to regret posting it, right? That's not something you're going to be proud of. So it's not something like... I think the ability to contact your friends is not a bad thing. I think, so like texting, right? Texting, fine. Who cares, right? But social media, like the whole Instagram with like, and the whole TikTok and all that shit, homie's mind's like squishable, too malleable. You shouldn't give them that much. Shouldn't give them the dogs. You posted the dogs. You're just sending me scary shit. so now OBS is getting more, and I'm not getting. Oh, there we go. This just updated as I dragged it out. Because it's too impressionable. I used to believe those iPhone. So it gets tricky, and then you have things like I think it's a bit tricky because what is it? Low poly and animation software. I don't know what it is. I've had something on my desktop. I don't know what that is meant to be though. But you have things where it's like, yes, you can block anyone, and it's a bit tricky because it's like, you're 10 years old. You see Goku. SSJ5 Goku. I haven't seen it. But you can't run into the thing that's like, I could always block you, If somebody's calling me a bitch and it's being incredibly annoying, I've blocked people in my past when I'm not happy with something that somebody's saying, right? And they're constantly saying it, and it's kind of getting on my nerves, and I know it's not making me feel great. I just block them, and I'll just block them. And I think, the ability to do that is 100%. The fact that it exists kind of makes it tricky. I mean, there are times when it gets a bit annoying. Do not press the block button because they love the attention. It's either loving the attention, like, oh, I'm scared, which is probably an outlying of I love the attention. Whether it's good or bad attention. But honestly, sometimes you have to just commit to the block. It's the only way that you're really gonna fix the situation. And sometimes you're just like, they may be your friend. You gotta block them because if they're not providing any positive vibes, are they really your friend? Probably not. Within reason, there's definitely obviously things, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things. It would fix so much shit, especially with a lot of the cyberbullying, like the ability to block. I think there needs to be better automated systems and shit. I see a lot of shit these days that I think is questionable. And I'm like, some of these platforms are like accepting of them, and I'm just like for me, I can handle quite a good bit of dark humor, but some things are a bit much for me, and I'm just like, this is like racist and threatening and bad, and like, I don't feel at all comfortable at all with any of this shit. And I'm like, and the platform's like, it's okay though, we don't mind, we accept it. I'm like, this is not a good impression, but yeah, iPad kids are a menace to society indeed. Not running our brains a bit. 100%. I think grow up, not having access to social media. It doesn't mean you can't communicate with your friends. You've still got things. You still got texting and stuff like that. But then on the flip side of it, you miss out. I've met so many people. I mean, obviously including you, Noodle, through social media, messenger pigeons, I'm going, through social media, and I would not have met you if I wasn't on social media. Just like, you also lose a lot of stuff. Brawlhalla good times. No, it wasn't even Brawlhalla. It was Warframe, my dude. Get it real, dude. I know my shit, okay? I know my shit. Come on, dude. It was Warframe. Thank you very much. Get it right. I think a lot of my friends I've met through Warframe, actually. Warframe was kind of beta. Beta, no, alpha shit. It was alpha shit. Sigma, man. A lot of it was Warframe, 100%. I can't remember exactly what, but it was 100% Warframe. I can't exactly remember where and why. I remember there was a lot of simulacrum shit we did together, though. Because I think it was the time when I was going through the simulacrum a lot. But I met a lot of people through Warframe, which is good and not good. Don't remember any of it. Well, it's been a while. I haven't played Warframe in too bad. In too long. My bad. Yeah, get it right, dude. Can't believe you betray me like this. I didn't play much Brawlhalla, which is the big thing that makes me know that as well. I didn't play much. I played Brawlhalla. I started Brawlhalla a little bit, was mainly because my friends played it at school, and then I was really shit at it, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck this. I'm like, fuck, I'm bad. But Warframe was the shit, so I don't know. I think, yeah, I think it's really tricky to put a note on whether social media is good or bad for society. I think social media isn't bad for society, but I think there needs to be there needs to be changes made. And I definitely think the whole reducing the whole. Also, a social media ban fixes all those issues of, oh, but kids in school are always on their phones. I mean, they're not playing fucking games half the time. Yeah, but we could have met. Yeah, exactly. And there's a whole Destiny shit. Do people believe in Destiny? Oh, but we would have met regardless. I mean, I think there's probably a chance that, if I don't have access to somebody, I'm probably not going to meet them, but but that is definitely true. But yeah. Not living on the other side of the world or anything. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are like that for me. But I don't know, it's a bit of a tricky thing. Is social media good? I think yes. I think it's very successful. And it provides jobs as well. Like, if you are a small business without social media, how the fuck are you going to get people to be, how are so many people going to know about you? Like, there are ways, and word of mouth, and, like, for example, our business is really along word of mouth, but it's like, social media is a big thing for a lot of smaller businesses. depending on your trade. So, there's a lot of that, and like artists, you're not to be a good popular artist without social media. You have to be the goat. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So there's a lot of jobs that would get fucked over, but I definitely don't think like younger individuals. I think 16's fine to have access to social media. And I think a lot of things is you grow up using social media a lot, so I think, yeah. Keith Lee is single-handedly saving restaurants thanks to social media. Do I know Keith Lee? I possibly do. There's a couple, Keith Lee. Really? That's surprising. I'm guessing you mean this guy. I've seen this guy before. Yes, I've seen him. He is quite popular. He is. He's made some big changes actually to some companies. Not the first one. Oh, he looked like he knew a decent bit about restaurants, so I'll give him that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm probably gonna have to end stream because it's quite late. But some interesting topics, I have to admit. Some interesting topics, some interesting chats. Not good, gigantic gameplay, though. That was a bit embarrassing. Anyway, see you in a few months again. Hey, what else would I expect? But thanks for popping by, Noodles, and Player, and of course Amy as always. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Been good. I don't know. I might stream in the weekend. Maybe. Depends. I kind of want to. I need to watch the Spider-Man movie and write an essay on that, which is gonna be painful. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching. See you at least next week, Thursday, Friday, assuming all goes to plan. I might be able to start doing some Gaia videos in the future. I'm not too sure. I'm kind of waiting on other people to post Gaia videos because there was a bet, like they said don't post shit on social media. I can't do it. Which is a bit scammy. Not scammy by them. It's just annoying on my end because I was like, I want to do some videos. I can't do videos. But we'll see. So maybe expect some new stuff from me. We'll see. Probably not. I don't have the time at the moment. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. And we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Bye.